you got a girl, don't mean no disrespect, but thoughts of you rule my world. I even dream of you, I swear. Visions of you and I see you all around my way.
Hey everyone, what's up you guys? Today, you see the title, I just wanted to do a little review on my hair because I've been rocking it for some time now, maybe like 2 months, and I've gotten a lot of questions about where I got it from and whatnot, so I'm getting ready. I'm in the process, not complete, and I just figured, why don't I just film myself installing it and give you guys some details on the tools that I use and the hair products that I use on my natural hair as well. This is the little box that it comes in. It says Fashion Boutique. I don't know. I think it's cute. The name of this store on AliExpress that I got my wig from is called The Hair Factory. And this is my second wig that I've gotten from that store. The owner of the store, his name is Evan Zhang, and he's super nice. He responds so quickly. He was so helpful when I had bought my first wig from him. That was my first wig ever, and I didn't know anything about wigs at all. I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos on it, and I was very curious to try it. So that was my first one. I'll insert a photo here. I loved it. It was definitely an experience of like how to install it, how to, you know, pluck the hair and make it more realistic, and like it was just a fun little thing to do. So I decided to get another one. This is the one that I have now. As you all probably have seen already, you know, because like I said, I've had it for like 2 months now, so this has literally been, you know, my style of hair in photos and on YouTube here. I actually got, I think it's 18 inches or maybe even 20 inches. And this is the hair. This is like day 2 of it washed. Normally when I wash my hair, I wash my wig as well, but today I re-washed my hair and it just took like a long shower. So every time I re-wash my hair and re-detangle it, it installs better because I don't braid my hair, but we'll get to that. It has so much body. I never really straighten it. I just blow dry it out. Hot air from the blow dryer straightens it enough to whereas I can just style it off of blow dried hair, and then it remains like it keeps its body a little bit better, and it holds a curl a little bit better also. Inside it has 3 clips, and I think it comes this way, but you can also, you know, message Evan about how you want it to be inside and, you know, what clips you want. I told him I wanted the clips that snap like that because it's a lot more secure. There's 3 of them. You put them pretty much 3 points of your hair. Then there's also these 2 elastic strings that you can tighten it, customize it a little bit, but I believe this is a small size cap because I have a pretty normal to small head. I think I just have a lot of hair, so sometimes I leave it the way that it is, or most of the time I just connect these 2, and that is a nice fit along with snapping the clips and adding bobby pins and everything. So yeah, this hair, I feel like it's very manageable if you keep it clean. I don't like to put a lot of products on this hair because it just will tangle up very easily, and it works well on its own. So, which is, I'm fine with that because then I don't have to use or waste products on hair like this. But I feel like you shouldn't really use lots of products on your weave regardless, because I mean, it is real hair. This is a real human Brazilian hair, so it can absorb the product, but most of it will just sit on the surface because it's not absorbing into any kind of real scalp. So comb and the brush that I use are these 2. I've had these for years, like literally since I was little. So I mean, this one is just a wide tooth comb from the beauty supply store, and this one is from Annie, also from the beauty supply store. It's a wet brush, pretty much like a paddle brush. I use it on my hair in the shower and also on my wig. So I don't like to have a lot of shedding. Once it's gone, it's gone. It doesn't grow back. And I will also insert clips of the day I got it, because I immediately when I got it in the mail, I tried to make a video then to review it, but I figured why not make a review later on, at least 2 months later, like how it is, so that you guys can get the full review of like what I really think about this particular wig. I mean, I love his hair. This is only the second thing I've gotten from his site, but he has good quality service and I think really good quality hair for the price that it is. I've never done, you know, like online shopping for hair or just wigs online in general. I feel like AliExpress is a great way to start, and I recommend his store, but I know there are plenty other stores. So the Hair Factory is the one that I would buy from, again, if I were to get another wig. And these are supposed to last you a long time. For me, it's just a protective hairstyle because I'm just trying to take care of what's on my natural hair right now, and while doing that, I just wanted to have blonde hair without damaging my hair. So I've just been wearing this. And then occasionally I like long hair. And sometimes I don't. So, I mean, I'm growing my hair out, but at the same time, I'm just like, do I really want long hair? Because I'm so indecisive. I've had so many hairstyles. But yeah, this is the hair. It looks a lot better when you brush it. But like I said, it looks better when you freshly wash it and let it air dry. Sometimes I let it air dry overnight, or I just blow dry it and it dries in like 15 minutes. And as you can see in the inside, I will show you how I do my part. And I have like a little area that I normally do. But it is a full lace, so you can part it anywhere. And, you know, you'll see the scalp and you can adjust it to however you want it. So my hair is pretty much air drying, but I'll still work on it like that. I don't like to blow dry my natural hair. This is pretty much what it looks like. I detangle it with these two in the shower. So I comb it first and then I brush it and I part it as well so that it's already detangled in this style. And what I do is the Shea Moisture line, the Strengthen, Grow and Restore line with Jamaican black castor oil. I have the leave-in conditioner and the edge treatment that I apply afterwards, but I also have the shampoo in the shower, and then I have the styling lotion. That's all that's in the bathroom right now, but I use those 4 products on my hair and I've been loving it. I've used this already and I love this stuff for especially overnight if you're gonna try and lay your edges down the next day. This is a great thing to use overnight because it tames it even more. And this line is meant for natural hair, chemically processed hair, color treated, or heat styled hair. So my hair is natural and color treated, and has been heat styled as well. So this line has been really helpful with my little hair growth journey. So I apply that on my edges and then on the tips of my hair, the leave-in conditioner as well. Then I use a little bit of coconut oil. I love this stuff. I use it all over my body. So yeah, that is what I have in my hair, and I'm going to continue to let it air dry even when I install this. What I'm going to do is, in the shower when I detangle it, I put it into a bow. And my hair comes about right here, stretched out, completely straightened, maybe about right here. Because I don't know how long I've been growing it. I'm not doing it for any reason. I'm just doing it to do it. I don't know. So then I leave that out, and before it gets too poofy, this is what the wig cap looks like. It's completely open. It's like a cylinder. And then I just retuck it underneath. It will poof up a little bit, but not too much, especially if I install this right now. I normally do a middle part. As I said, you can part it anywhere, but I feel like middle part looks the best on me because of the way that I like to style it. I just want to make sure nothing is stuck underneath, and I keep it towards the front. I used to have a tiny little comb with like a rat's tail to do this, but you want to just really align this area, make sure it's nice and laid. And I like my part being a little uneven. It looks a little bit more realistic. And as I said, this cap pretty much fits my hair. So when I first got it, I just cut around the entire edge. So it does have a little shape to it, but I don't pluck the edges. Some people wear their hair back and let their wig, you know, really be exposed as a full lace. But some people do it nicely, some people don't. I don't have patience for that to, you know, and I don't really want to wear my hair in that style. I always wear it down in my face like this. I just left it how it is, and it fits perfectly based on how it was already, you know, shaped. And you want to clip it through the net onto your hair, not too harsh on your scalp, because if you clip it in the same areas every time, it's gonna get really tender, especially if you do it too tight. Also forgot to mention, I always push my hair sideways and back because it gives a diagonal direction, and so when I clip the clip straight, it has more grip rather than pushing my hair all the way back or all the way down. It will kind of grip better when the hair is at a diagonal. And this is all only if you don't do cornrows. I don't like to do braiding on my own hair, nor do I really know how to do my own cornrows. So with the hair length that I have, I can kind of get away with doing that. So if you have shorter hair and you want to try a long hair wig, I would suggest you really detangle nicely and try this method out, because you don't have to, you know, braid your hair underneath. You can if you want to. For me, it's the same thing because I get to wash my hair whenever I want. I take this off every night. I don't sleep with it. And I can wash my hair every day if I wanted to, but I wash it only like twice a week. So I keep a thing of bobby pins like this, because if not, they will be all over the place. These are handy dandy because, as you can see, in areas that the clip is not there, that needs to be held down. Now, some people use tape, some people use glue. Bobby pins work fine for me. I always start from the back because I want this to all feel tight, you know. Instead of clipping it bottom, the longer side, you know, on the scalp, I do it the opposite way. I feel like it grips a little bit better. So, as you can see, this is how it looks brushed out and pinned down everywhere. I'll just show you. I pinned it about 1 inch apart. In the front, if there's extra areas where, like say right here, it's not tight enough, I'll take another pin, and instead of putting it in that one area, I'll crisscross it with a pin that's near it. It's like right there, and then it's a little bit more firm but still not super tight, you know, and edge control. This one I use more in the nighttime. I feel like it's a moisturizing edge treatment, and it kind of tames the hair, but it doesn't like lay them completely. It lays them really nicely, but I like to put a little bit of this and really make sure that hair is moving to the side so that that part is apparent. You see, it just holds it down a little bit better of where I put them. And then before that anything happens to that, I just like to pin that area right in there so it kind of stays in that direction, in that area. Just make sure none of the hair is stuck in it because the pin will show. And that's pretty much how I, you know, install it all the way around. It's like my easy install as a protective style. I pretty much just put it on like a hat, like an accessory. But now I want to get into how to make the part look a little bit more natural. It looks okay now, but that's what I had left over from my last install. I use concealers, obviously, because I don't like to pluck a lot. I actually didn't really pluck this wig at all. I just feel like the last one I had, it was a little bit thinner than this. It was a nice wig, but I did try to do all the plucking. When it started to shed, I felt like I had a very thin wig and I had to put extensions in it, and I just don't want to have to pluck hair that I bought, you know. Like, I'm just gonna leave it the way that it is and style it how I can. The LA Girl concealers, they stay on and they're pretty pigmented, and I don't really use them on my face, so, and they have this nice little applicator brush. So I use the color Fawn first. This is a really yellow shade, and what I do is, I'm gonna need to, I just kind of glide along the area, especially where it connects. And you can part it as long as you want because it's a full lace, but I just leave it about right there and don't worry about it getting on the hair and everything. I normally take my highlight shade, so this is like my skin tone once I blend it out, and I take something that's a little bit lighter. I had another one from LA Girl, but I lost it. It was like the color Fair, but this one will do. This is from Smashbox, so it's just a little bit lighter. And when you mix the two for your skin tone, like something that matches your skin tone a little bit lighter than you, I feel like that's the perfect way to customize the color. And just a little bit right there. This, I'll just use this to smudge it out. You just want to blend it into the lace because you don't want it to be too noticeable or too opaque because that's not realistic. And then also how you can clean it up, I take a darker shade. This I think is the darkest. It's called Mahogany. In that this hair is a brown hair root. It's not like a dark black hair into an ombre. It's like brown to blonde. This is like the perfect color just to clean it up, especially right there, because when the hair moves, you don't want the tips of it to look like scalp. And then this is like the most curviest I've ever had. Normally it's like a little more straight, but whatever. I just like to take a light powder, a little bit lighter than everything we've been using, because you want it to appear lighter like a scalp, but not having that warm base makes it look a lot better in person. And so I just dust it, and as you can see, it just softens it. And another thing you can do, sometimes take just a black shadow. I don't, only if I'm home and I have this whole palette, because I don't have a single black shadow, but that would be recommended if you were to keep all the different tools like this in a kit. I would say you would need a dark shadow if you have dark hair, of course, because you see my hair is much darker than this hair. So how I can do that is just setting this area to make it look just as dark as my hair, especially in the front. And so of course my hair is a little poofy. It can lay down a little bit more to match this texture, but as I said, I don't worry about all that stuff. As long as this is even and the color looks fine. I normally style this in a way where the part is not even a big deal or something that you would really look at, unless you were checking for me, unless you were being super finicky. Just to make sure that it's nice and tight right there and it doesn't lift up. Another thing you can do is put eyelash glue or hair glue right under this part so that it doesn't lift up, but that kind of gets messy, and then I find that I have to wash my hair almost every time that I use it because it just gets all gunky in there. So I try not to use a ton of products. But yeah, I just want to show you guys how I apply heat to it. I normally use Tresemme heat protector. This one is my favorite. I spray it on my hand so that it can evaporate a little bit. It'll just get tacky, and then I just glide it on the hair. I do this because this is water based. I believe the first ingredient is water. So I don't want my hair to curl back up before I straighten it, so I just let it evaporate just a tad, and so the hair isn't super sticky. I use the Infinity Pro by Conair. I use Conair tools. I'll show you my hair dryer also. And I use this diffuser sometimes. Let me put this down before I burn myself. I use this diffuser alone sometimes just to give my hair, my natural hair, a massage. So I like that about it. And it also comes with another attachment that I never really use. It's like the regular that you can use with a brush to like brush it out blow dry, but I find that this works fine on this hair. I just glide it through with hot air.
Visions of you and I see you all around my way. Been meaning to say hi, but I'm just way too shy. I gotta make you see this is more than just a silly crush. And I wonder if you even notice me. You gotta feel me.
And as you can see, like, what kind of alarm is that? I can never have a quiet background. Like, what is that?